Hi, welcome back to The Spark is Love. It's me, Casey, again, and I have the beautiful Dr. Britney Scott. And I cannot wait. I feel her energy, I feel her passion, and this is not your everyday doctor. So, Brittany, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Casey.
Yes, I'm so happy. So we had a conversation, and you were telling me that you started your business. What are you? What kind of doctor are you? Give us a little insight of who you are.
Yes, I'm just a general doctor. I actually decided that I did not want to do clinical medicine anymore, that wasn't exactly where I felt like I could have the biggest impact
Mhm.
and make the most change in medicine. And so I actually am in healthcare process improvement, and I started a healthcare process improvement firm, which helps clinics. Take control of their success by taking control of their process. So, on one side, we help ambulatory care clinics with improving their processes and figuring out where the issues are and how to make more money, how to take better care of their patients. And then on the other side, I also offer DEI or diversity, equity, and inclusion. Design day workshops where we actually design for equity, we design for inclusion using a proprietary system that I created.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Girl, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you because this is needed. I was just in conversation with a group of nurses called Nurses Transforming Healthcare.org. And they are all for empowering nurse practitioners. Now, I live in the rural area, what is considered rural. So their solution for healthcare is actually encouraging nurse practitioner led clinics. And I
Yeah.
think having a doctor's perspective on how the process works of healthcare, I think your niche is like so needed. It's
Thank
so
you.
needed. That is wonderful. So, like, how would this process start up? Like, if someone is a nurse practitioner or even a doctor and they say, I want to improve my process, like, how would you go about it with them?
Well, so they can find me on my website, which is clinicdoctorconsulting.com. And then they can
Uh-huh.
go to our services. They can book a free one-on-one consultation, and we can talk about how I can best serve them at the end of the day. Like the goal is to see where we naturally align, where my skills and their problems can really meet and we can find
Uh-huh.
change. So we have a few like basic packages. So on one side, we have the clinic audit. So this is for more established clinics where we audit their practice, where we think about their processes, we think about their finances, we use the data that they have, and we generate a report to say, here are the gaps, but we don't just generate the report. We also provide Lean Six Sigma white belt training to help teach them, hey, for their entire staff to say, hey, here's how you fix those problems. Here are the tools to make a change in that. And then we also, on top of that, have extra special, like a higher level, like Lean Six Sigma type training for the managers or for clinic management so that they can have insight to find other issues, once they get this continuous improvement ball rolling. But that's not it. Like at the end of the day, we just want to see where we connect. So if that package doesn't work for you, then we can talk about like, how can I help you? I can help with, creating processes so that you can design your clinic for success before you even get there. But then we can also do projects where we talk about like, you have a particular issue and figuring out how I can help you solve it. Pretty much what I do, I'm a problem solver, and I use
Yes.
like scientific methods to help solve people's problems.
Yes, that is wonderful. And I think, I feel the connection because you're using your medical degree and your medical and scientific process to
Yeah.
make systems work. I'm using my nursing process to help people and their lifestyle, like
Yeah.
and their businesses, to bring value to it. So I think I think we're on the same wavelength because we're taking such an abstract, maybe textbook um, education, and we're bringing it to life, like practical life, where people
Yeah.
can actually see the results. Now, are you just like your clinic? So would that also include, I don't know if you're just allopathic, or what about naturopathic clinics? Because there are naturopathic clinics up and running that can use some help. Are you open to them as well?
Yeah, we're open to everybody, honestly. At the end of the day, it's a very like transferable skill. So,
Yes.
I'm not, so as much as obviously I know medicine, and so I can help like steer people towards like, here are some options that I believe will work for you. But like, my goal is to have them be in control of their own success. And all I do is I give them the tools. Here's a tool, here's a
Yes.
tool. So if you ever see this problem again, you know how you have some tools to be able to work at it.
Yes, that is beautiful. I wish you success. And I think I'm going to leave actually your website in the description box. And I think you're going to get a lot of people calling you because I know personally a lot of nurse practitioners and a lot of nurses. We call it nursepreneur, but going out into our own businesses, and
Yeah.
we would love to have feedback or input from a medical doctor. That is wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I'm loving
Yes.
what you're doing and like the change that you're making. I think that it's absolutely phenomenal. And like I'm excited to see how it continues to like grow.
Yes, this collaboration with where medical doctors and nurses can come together and actually create change, I think it's going to be
Yeah.
phenomenal. And this is the way of the future. This
I
is
agree. I
awesome.
agree. I completely.
Thank you so much. There's so much being an entrepreneur, there's so much to learn. But I think just a note for the public, being an entrepreneur, where you might see a nurse or a doctor in a setting that it's not traditional, it actually serves for you, the public, the viewer.
Yeah.
It serves for you because we're saying, hey, this is the traditional, but it's not fully serving you. And we're taking our skills and our knowledge and say, let's let's together support the system to serve you so you can get the best out of not just our degrees, but our genius, our our
Yeah.
innovation. So if you're listening to this and you're like, well, I don't have a clinic, maybe you might want to take this message to the clinic that you go to and let them know about Dr. Scott, because they may not have even thought about having a medical doctor serve them in this way. But the return on investment is invaluable. So be sure to check her out. If you're listening to this, you're like, I don't have a clinic, never will. You could take it to your doctor's office and let them know what's out there. Thank you, Dr. Scott. I
Thank
love
you,
you,
Casey.
darling. I love you and I love what you're doing. And, I really admire you and I really want you to keep up because it gets tough. New things are tough, but keep going. And I know you're going to have success.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And same to you.
Thank you. Thank you.